All right, that brings us to the next session, which I will be chairing. But this session is by the group that is working with the Murum Penan community, right? So this is an indigenous community again, but this is different from the communities that we have seen just now. So we will go back to my slideshows. Can I share? Okay, I'll share the same slide that I have just now, but move to the next slide. Right. So for this session, which is titled Community Craft for Sustainable Development, right? So this is based on a project that UNIMAS in 2014, 2015, we had an expert in the area of design by the name of Dr. Jungo, and she actually started this project working closely with Dr. Professor Alvin Yo at that time, I mean, who was the director of ISITI, and the team together with Dr. John Pua, I mean, they have actually gone down to this extremely remote community, which is also a resettlement of the Sarawak Energy, right? Sarawak Energy is a leading electricity producer in Sarawak, and they work closely with communities like this, and their intention is to bring development, socio-economic development to these communities, and they were looking for a partner, and they started this community service responsibility project, and they engaged UNIMAS as a partner. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share some thoughts from Dr. Jungo into our upcoming book, right? So the book is upcoming. I mean, it's already done. It's just going through some rounds within Sarawak Energy, and hopefully it will be released soon. But in the meantime, I just want to share some parts from Dr. Jungo. She was supposed to speak, but then well, she's in Australia now and she's extremely busy. So that's why she has asked me to convey this message on behalf of the training and the workshops and the kind of intervention program that UNIMAS has done, right? So the project from 2015, it started, it went on until 2017, led by Dr. Jun Ngo while she was in UNIMAS, and she actually headed this miracle project, right? So around 2018, we talked to Sarawak Energy once again, and what they said is, well, when Dr. June had left the project, and in a way, UNIMAS engagement stopped, the community's response also needed some help. So they engaged UNIMAS one more time. So we started working from 2018 to 2020. Now the project is on the verge of coming to a closure. But while we are doing that, there's a lot of sharing that we have over the past. I mean, it's about 7 years if you really look at 2014 when the dialogues were starting, right? So, I mean, it involved over 40 Penan artisans from Long Wat and Long Malim Penan community. And the artisans at that time, they were very keen to work together. They were very motivated. But in a sense, nobody knew how good their talent was. Nobody knew whether the global market would be interested in what they had to, what they could produce. And in a way, some sort of a linkage between what the community knew and what the community wanted, and working together with the UNIMAS as a partner to see how we could turn this into something that is of value creation for the community. So fortunately, the partnership between Sarawak Energy, the communities of Long Wat and Long Malim and UNIMAS actually started this project, which was aimed at generating sustainable income for the resettled Penan communities in Murum region through a series of handicraft workshops, right? So the project, well, since then has moved on, and well, what we are seeing now is, I mean, well, some of the snapshots, but I won't go any more into this. I just want to highlight that Dr. Jun Ngo, she was from the Creative Arts faculty of UNIMAS, together with Institute of Social Informatics and Technological Innovations, together with our partners, have actually completed this project and about to put a closure on it, right? So right now, I will request my colleagues to play the video for today's event.
Murum Craft Project is a project that is very close to my heart. It is a project that started off as a CSR project for Sarawak Energy, working together with the remote rural communities of Long Wat and Long Malin, together with university partner UNIMAS. This project that started off with a very humble beginning, where the intention was to take the arts and craft from these local artisans to see how it can be enhanced and turned into product that could help the community to become self-sustainable. So that is a dream that we had, and the partnership has been truly meaningful, where it allows us to realize this beautiful dream. And as the project has concluded, I mean, with its 2-year journey, and now beyond another 2 years of trying to turn the outcomes of the project into a way of life for the community, it is really heartening to know that the community feels a sense of confidence, a sense of ownership for the project, a sense of connection to how the traditions and heritage of the community can now serve them as a way of living in a global world, where they are not just going to be observers, but they're going to be true leaders in a global world where they, being themselves, are enough and are the community heroes for generations to come. Thank you very much to Sarawak Energy Berhad for giving us the opportunity to collaborate on this project. And thank you to each and everyone among the local artisans and the community members who treated us just like their own family, and continuing to see how we can take this to the next level.
I'm John Pua from ISITI, that's the Institute for Social Informatics and Technological Innovation of UNIMAS. I'm asked or requested to talk on the challenges for this project, the Penan Artisan project. So the challenges, there are a number of challenges. First one, it's on the transition of a resettled community, transition from a subsistence economy to a settled economy, which means cash economy. It's the first challenge. Second one is the quality of the product. Here we refer to the handicraft of the villages. Third challenge is on transportation, from the village to the urban markets. And then the fourth one is on market access. And then fifth one is end-to-end process, from the time you collect the raw materials to the time you have the finished product, and then when it reaches the consumers. The sixth one is on the digitization of the product, meaning you use a computer to work on the finish from the raw materials to the finished product and to the consumers using computer. And whereby you do transaction, e-marketing, all via internet. First one is on the transition. Before that, I want to give you a bit of the background of the community. It is a resettled community, and they have to resettled because of a project. Whereby characteristics of resettled projects, the community do not have very much resources, whether it's natural resources or human resources. So that's why this project come in. This is a handicraft project. So the handicraft way is to uplift the quality, whereby the quality of product can be sold in the niche market. That's one on the transition. So transition has many aspects. Here, the project focus on just one product, the handicraft. We buy traditional handicraft. We buy it is used mainly for function. Yeah, I think indigenous people use baskets made of rattan, and they use many for carrying things and from products from the farm and to the longhouse. The longhouse is where they stay. Yeah, the second one is a quality of the product. What we have is here, we have a designer. Yeah, I think Dr. Jun Ngo, who was in the project, what she does was help the community, mainly women, I think almost all are women, to upgrade the quality of the product, to skill and to knowledge. Yeah, so by when we have the finished product, they can sell it at a higher price. We buy higher price, meaning we sell a design of a product which appeal to the niche market, people who can afford a product that's worth the value, high value. That's a quality product. And here in this process, I think we have innovation. Yeah, innovation. We buy a product that's traditional in motif. The motif is not changed, but the value is added to the innovation, such as a clutch bag. Third one is transportation. The place we had the project, it's very far from the urban area. Like we have to travel about 5 hours by 4-wheel drive, and for most communities, they don't have access to market. The market area is supported by ACB, and that's a Sarawak Electricity Board. We are working with them. I was one of the partners, so they assist by getting those products out, to collection of those products in the villages, and then they transport it to urban area. So that's the role of the other partner. Actually, we have 3 partners in this project. We have UNIMAS, that's a University Malaysia Sarawak. We have ACB, Sarawak Electricity Board, and the community. So it's a very interesting collaboration of 3 parties. So transportation is handled by ACB. Market access, I think market access, the product is high value. Yeah, meaning we have a quality that is admirable for those who can afford, for people who can afford, for women, or high value, which means the community do not have to produce many units. Yeah, so they produce high value but few. Yeah, so they can have a higher income. And we also have the launching as well. So in a way, ACB does the launching. We have a launching whereby the communities come in and then display their products. So urban area, then we have the people who are interested to come to ACB office and in the exhibition, and then have the contact with the artisan, the Penang artisan. And the last 2 are end-to-end supply. I think for this project, we need to have, if they want to do it further, then they have to look at the supply side. I think supply side, I think the women artisan has problem in getting those raw materials, so they have to go further. Yeah, so end to end, meaning as we like to see in the future, we have to digitize, in terms of production process, up to from beginning until the end. Whereby when people from outside Malaysia, outside South, they can look at the products and then they can buy it. Yeah, so we need to look at that in the future trend, and also for digitization of supply and demand. I think Sarawak government is looking into that aspect. They are looking to digitize economy. So this is one product they can really encourage or really promote. Yeah. And the method we use, I think, is quite unique. I think ISITI have done quite a lot of community empowerment. And in this project, we are looking at that. We train women, empower them. Yeah, hopefully they can manage it. Yeah, I think they still can manage their own sales. I think ACB does a good job by helping them to sell those products in exhibition, like the Malaysian Handicraft exhibition in Kuala Lumpur. So the women will bring these products and go there and sell them. I think it's quite part of empowerment. And probably, I think we haven't covered, I think probably they have done it in terms of management of their own products, yeah, management of their own income, yeah, how they spend their income from the sales of the product, and also being a group. I think they do work together as a women. I think women it's an important target for this project, because women as mothers, they have a very important role, yeah, to work or earn income for their family. And women usually are the one, in this case they can be a good breadwinner for the family. So that's all. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Farida. I'm one of the members of UNIMAS research team for this Murum's Penan Artisan Handicraft project. For this session, first, I'm starting with the Penan art and craft in the past. What are the artifacts or objects they made? After that, I will be talking about how SCB and UNIMAS assist and guide them producing high-value crafts for commercialization. As we know, the Penan are renowned for their fine crafts and art-making skill. They produce artifacts for many reasons: trade, daily use, ritual, and ceremonial purposes. Okay, their craft-making talents are apparent in variety of craft products, which include matchet, rattan baskets, and mats. For centuries, the Penan's art and craft were made from the rich and diverse natural resources which available surround them, like rattan. Most of the art and crafts they made link closely to their nomadic culture. Artifacts such as kelaput, the blowpipe, teluk langan, and urung, blowpipe starts container, and nyata, the spear, are all hunting equipment relate to their daily activities, which is hunting and forest produce gathering. Same goes to serut, a rattan basket used to keep cigarettes and tobacco, and tabit, the sitting mat, which is tied on their waist, is a practical attire that allows them to sit on any surfaces while roaming in the forest. The Penan consume sago as their staple food. Many of the Penan's crafts have been influenced by sago consumption tradition. These range from sap extraction tools, processing tools to produce sago flour such as bagu, jakan, slow, and ketangan, as well as the cooking and eating utensils, which includes bela and kelatang, as well as basket, which is itong. In fact, kelatang and tapuk have the honor of being used as symbolic cultural objects during the Penan's wedding ceremonies. Before this project started in 2016, Penan communities, which include Penan in Murum, are still continue to produce crafts for their own personal use as well as to fulfill orders from other nearby communities. The craft include common utility products as well as the gardening of farming objects such as bukui, the basket, mat, mak, matchets, malat, and panat, the small blade. The handicraft project was initiated in 2016, covering 2 resettled Penan villages in the Tegulang resettlement area, which are Long Malin Penan as well as the Long Wat. It started off as a corporate social responsibility (CSR) project of Sarawak Energy, Berhad, SCB, with UNIMAS as a partner. The general aim of the project was to guide and to facilitate the Penan artisans in these 2 resettled communities by tapping on the existing knowledge and skills in rattan processing, as well as weaving techniques. The main aim of the project is for them to produce crafts that have potential for commercialization. UNIMA's role is to identify types of crafts and design. The standard measurement for each design is also prepared by us, UNIMAS, so that the crafts produced meet the standard and quality expected by the clients and the market demand. But we still give freedom to the artisan to use their own creativity to create the motifs and patterns. In this project, UNIMAS was able to come out with 10 craft products variants in 3 main categories: bags, fashion accessories, and home decor. Okay, for bags, there are 3 products: seminar bags, tote bag, and multi-purpose case. For fashion accessories, there are 4 products: sling bag, clutch, headband, and bracelet. And finally, for home decor, we have coaster, platter, placemat, and lampshade. Thank you.
Hello there, I'm Haslina, and what I have here is among the finest handicraft produced by the Penan artisan from Long Wat and Long Malim Penan. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the snapshots from our research and some of the behind the scenes images of the handicraft productions. So without further ado, let's take a look at it.
well, I think the videos would have told you about the journey that they've gone through, right? So it's an extended period, and different people have come in. I mean, the team now comprising of Dr. Farida, Haslina, and Dr. John have gone to the ground a number of times, and the outcomes are really inspiring, and we look forward to moving on from there. And well, I just like to highlight a comment from our colleague in Sarawak Energy, right? So it's from Aubrey. Thank you very much, UNIMAS, for your assistance to the Murum Handicraft project since 2015. Hoping that we would have opportunity to visit community Long Wat and Long Malim again, right? So we are also wishing the same. Aubrey, thanks for the message. And well, I hope that colleagues from Sarawak Energy who are watching, I hope that you would appreciate our sharing today. And well, this is the kind of message that we want to also use as a basis for a partnership which should go on to help the communities beyond just the craft itself, right? So because I mean, with the craft, we have taken one step, but there is also a need to train them on managing of finances. We need to train them on management of systems, right? So there is a number of components that are yet to be fulfilled in this journey, right? So that's my comment to your question, Aubrey, right? Now, if is there any final questions? I think I don't want well, because we are already overshooting the next session's time. So I just can give one question. I'm sure there might be somebody who might want to ask a dying question. We will answer that. Otherwise, I will hand over to Dr. Suhaila. Is there any questions in the chat, or anyone wishes to say something? Well, we get messages which are saying the project is inspiring. Miss the artisans. Okay, there are people who are missing the artisans from Long Wat and Long Malim. I see no other questions in the message. So we conclude this session, and please feel free to put up any. All right, there is a question. Okay, yes, I see it. Okay, will there be future projects with other rural communities by an anonymous attendee, right? The answer to the question, I mean, Dr. John, you want to answer, or you want? Future projects.
I think we are looking forward, yeah. Case where there is ACB or any partners who wants to work with us, we are open to it. Yeah, we are open to it because we find from this project, it's very fruitful and very meaningful, whereby communities, yeah, from the very start, we think they're not able to do it, yeah, to go to the project, go to the program, but at the end of the day, they manage it, yeah. Even though when the June first started, the design was very difficult. So what she did was we just simplified and made the design contemporary, meaning people at the town area sees the value of it. Yeah? So we are very happy that it worked with the community. So any partners or within Malaysia, we are willing to work out. Yeah? We're willing to work with whoever are interested. Any partners, they're welcome to contact Prof. Dara. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. John. I think that answers the question from the anonymous attendee. So with that, I will pass over the floor over to Dr. Suhaila. Dr. Suhaila, are you there?